Hey guys, Joel Wall here, and welcome to episode 48 of What the Fuck's That on My Wall, where today we're going to talk about worms. And I know what you're thinking, not the good kind of worms. Oh my god, what the good kind of worms? Dude, come on, Joel. It's better than this. Alright guys, but for real, I wanted to talk to you about not a worm, but a parasite. And this is a parasite in every one of our lives and in every one of our businesses, where we work, what we lead, everything we do. This parasite exists. And they are, you can call them energy suckers, you can call them energy vampires, we've heard of them, energy leeches. But basically they're people that when you get around them, you feel like you haven't slept in days. They've just sucked all the energy out of you. They complain all the time, or they're incredibly complicated, or they have so much going on, so much drama, and it just kills everything that you're trying to do positive in your life. So a classic example of this is a few years ago, we had a manager in one of our companies, and every single time we have a meeting or planning or anything like that, everything she would do is negative. Just everything is negative. If we said, hey, we want to hit, let's say 20% growth month over month, she'd be like, I just don't feel like I can do it. And she'd just be, and I don't have a problem with people being conservative with what you're looking at, but it was like every single thing was negative, and every single thing was pushed towards the side of, we'll never be able to do it. And what the problem was with her was that we were reaching the limits of what she felt was possible for her life. In other words, what she thought her self-worth was, and she didn't feel like she could go above it because she had limiting beliefs. So every time we started to get close to that ceiling, she would start to push herself down and then push the team that she was managing down, leading them to be a leading non-performer in our company for months and months until we figured it out. And then once we figured out, we had a chat with her. We tried to make things work out, but ultimately we had to separate our company from her because that side of the car, that side of the company was not performing like the rest of the company, which was skyrocketing, and this was barely doing better every single month. So that's just one example. We have other examples. We have people like in our family where, like, just recently COVID, right? Or any type of news event happens, fear just plagues them. And so when you're around them, all they'll do is talk about this or talk about that. Or, one of them, they sent me a message the other day saying, if you don't wear your mask, it shows me you don't care about me. And I'm just like, how does that even, where did that come from, right? So if you have people in your life that are constantly dragging you down, that are constantly making you feel like you don't deserve this, or you don't deserve that, or you shouldn't have this, or you shouldn't have that, those are the parasites that we have to get rid of our lives. And what you need to do is really evaluate the people around you, your culture, your group of friends, your inner circle. You really need to put people in those positions that are incredibly important to help you get to your future. So I've heard oftentimes that, we are the sum of our 5 friends. So our 5 friends, if you take them and, their average income, their average activity level, their average, whatever it is, you could basically average that out, and that's what you will become. So if you have higher income goals, then you need to get better friends. If you have higher activity goals, you need to get better friends. You need to get friends that will constantly be engulfing you and involving you in that world, so that your world that you used to live in becomes a thing of the past. And this new world that you're looking to create is the new world that you're, having these friends bring you in or allowing you to be a part of with that. So that's why a lot of these people, when they get rich or they get famous or they get to that, upper echelon of society, a lot of their friends, you always hear like, oh, he's changed. Oh, I haven't heard from him forever. Like, we were best friends for 20 years and now he never calls me. And it's like, well, he's in a different stratosphere than you are. And that's not bad. That's just a natural progression of life, natural progression of success, and the natural progression of how things move if you choose to take the path that I think you're on if you're watching my videos, which is you want the best life that you can live. You want to do everything fast, and you want to build a future that you want to live in and not live in the past. Holy shit, I should be a rapper. Damn.
No.
With all that being said, one of the fastest ways to not achieve your goals is to try and make everybody around you happy. Especially if what I just told you really hits home with you. The fact that everybody around you, as you level up, they're either going to level up with you or they're going to never level up and you're going to be on a completely different level. So then the question to you would be, why do you care so much about these people that are around you right now if they're not going to be around you in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years? Why do they matter to you so much right now? All right, so I want you to take that as like the biggest nuggets of this video, is that you need to get rid of, well, first you need to assess who's around you and why. What are they doing to help you get to your future self, to those goals that you really want in your life? The new car, new house, new location to live, whatever, travel the world, whatever it is that you want out of your life. What are they doing to help you get to that next level? If they're not doing anything, that's number one, that's a red flag. Number two, you really need to start thinking about, well, then why are they even in my life? Why do I enjoy their company? What is it? If your inner circle is talking about like bullshit, then you need to get a different inner circle because you're looking to go a completely different route than where they're going. And I see this all the time. The second thing is that once you figure out who needs to be in your inner circle, then you need to be ruthless in removing people out of your inner circle. It needs to be true or false. Are they in? Yes. Are they out? Yes. Move. And that's it, because what's at stake is your future. What's at stake is the world that you are going to create with the beautiful ideas that you have. And you're willing to sacrifice that to make this person happy. And that should never exist. You should never have your future put on hold because somebody right now needs something that you think is important when really they're not helping you get to that next step in your life. And then, as always, the last thing is execute. Just fucking do it. Let go of the past, embrace the future, and run towards the world that you're going to build.